Arise, awake, and stop not until you achieve your goal. These words belong to Swami Vivekananda, the greatest yogi, philosopher, and pride of India from the 19th century. In his 37 years of life, Swami Vivekananda accomplished what no one could have even imagined. And who can forget his speech in Chicago? After listening to his magnificent speech, the 7,000 people sitting in the auditorium applauded thunderously for several minutes.
Sisters and brothers of America,
there is so much to learn from the life of Swami Vivekananda. So in today's video, I will share with you the 7 biggest life lessons from his life. So without wasting any time, let's get started. If I love myself despite my many shortcomings, how can I hate someone else for having just a few? If I can love myself even with so many flaws, then how can I hate others just because they have a few shortcomings? Swami Vivekananda was a truly selfless person. He never thought about his personal benefit. He always helped those in need and wished well for everyone. There is a very popular story about this. Before going to Chicago, when Swami Vivekananda went to Mother Sharada, he told her, "Mother, I want to go to Chicago to spread the culture of India and to help people. Do I have your permission?" So Mother Sharada said to him, "Please hand me that knife." Vivekananda picked up the knife and gave it to Mother Sharada. After this, Mother Sharada said, "All right, now you may go." So Vivekananda asked, "You neither questioned me nor tested me, and yet you are telling me to go." Mother Sharada replied, "When I just asked you for the knife, that was your test." Most people, when handing someone a knife, hold the wooden handle themselves and offer the sharp end to the other person. But you held the sharp end yourself and gave me the wooden handle so that if anyone were to get hurt, it would be you, not me. This clearly shows that you are willing to harm yourself for the well-being of others. That's why I am giving you permission to leave. Swami Vivekananda used to speak to everyone with great humility. Even when someone insulted him, he would respond very humbly. When Vivekananda was studying at the university, there was a professor who disliked him a lot because he was Indian. So once this professor conducted a rating test for all the students in the class. Afterwards, when the professor sat down to check all the students' test papers, he wrote "idiot" at the end of Swami Vivekananda's paper without even checking it. So when Vivekananda saw his paper, it hadn't even been checked, and "idiot" was written at the end. So he very humbly said to his professor, "Sir, you have signed my paper, but it seems you forgot to check it." So, although he always spoke humbly to everyone, he never let this become his weakness. That is, if someone did something wrong to him, he would openly oppose it, but always with respect, and whatever he said, he would say it without any anger. If I summarize this point, Swami Vivekananda never held hatred in his heart for anyone, and he also tells us not to hate anyone. He says that all of us have some flaws, and if instead of judging others, we focus on improving ourselves, then perhaps the other person will also be inspired to improve themselves by seeing us. Lessons to remove everything from your life that makes you weak in any way. Remove everything from your life that makes you weak in any way. Did you know that Swami Vivekananda traveled all over India barefoot? He always emphasized the importance of making oneself stronger. Another one of his quotes. He says that if anything, any activity makes you physically, mentally, or spiritually weak, then it is poison for you. Leave it as soon as possible. A person who is physically weak can never achieve self-realization. So train yourself in every way and step out of your comfort zone to do the things that will make you stronger. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Get up, wake up, and do not stop until you achieve your goal. This is Swami Vivekananda's most famous quote. In this, he is inspiring people to leave behind laziness and move towards their goals. Those who have given up out of exhaustion become lazy and think that nothing can happen in their lives anymore. Swamiji is telling them to rise. For those who have strayed from their goals, fallen into bad company and bad habits, he is telling them to awaken. And to those who have given up, Swamiji is telling them to keep trying and not to stop until they reach their goal. Here, he explains the power of wisdom, hard work, and discipline together in just 2 lines. After this, his next life lesson is lesson 4. Thinking yourself as weak is the biggest sin. Considering yourself weak is the greatest sin. Swami Vivekananda believed that your mindset and your attitude are what shape your life. The way you believe and think is the way you act, and that's the kind of result you get. In short, you become what you believe, and that's why he says that considering yourself weak is a sin. Let me explain this to you by sharing an incident from his life. Once, Swamiji was traveling by train. At that time, 3 American girls came there. They saw that a monk was sitting there. He must be naive and innocent. Let's fool him. So the 3 girls approached Swamiji. Swamiji was wearing a very nice watch, so one of the girls said, "Hey monk, take off your watch and give it to us, or else we'll start shouting here that you were harassing us." But Swamiji sat there calmly. He didn't react at all. Now the girl spoke again. "Hey, I'm talking to you. Give us the watch, or else we'll all say that you tried to violate our dignity." So this time Swamiji pointed out and said, "Ah. That is, by gesturing, he was trying to say that he couldn't speak or hear. So the girl said, "Oh, you can't hear or speak?" Then Swamiji showed her a piece of paper and gestured that she could write on it. So the girl understood and said, "All right, so he can read. Okay, I will write it down." So the girl wrote on a piece of paper and gave it to Swamiji, saying, "Take off your watch and give it to us. Otherwise, we will call the police and make a scene, claiming that you were harassing us." Swamiji put that paper in his pocket and then, smiling, said, "Go ahead, make a scene and call the police." So Swamiji knew how to deal with crooked people in their own way, and for this, he never got angry or resorted to violence. He would outwit others with his quick wit and sharp mind. And that's why he used to say that if you feed your mind the thought that you are weak, then you will become weak. To avoid this, create a strong image of yourself in your own mind. Think that you are capable of doing anything. Lesson 5. The strong character can be built only after 1,000 stumbles. A good character is formed only after enduring thousands of difficulties and hardships. Swami Vivekananda believed that life has no meaning, no purpose without struggle. He used to say that the day you face no problems in life and everything goes smoothly, you should understand that you are on the wrong path. In other words, what he wants to say here is that success cannot be achieved without difficulties. Along with this, in the quote, Swamiji also talks about the importance of character. Now, some people are not even clear about what character actually is. On this, Swamiji explains that repeated habits make character, meaning your habits are what shape your character. The things you do repeatedly are what make or break your character. For example, if a person drinks alcohol every day, that's a bad habit. And because of this bad habit, that person's character will also become bad. His character will be marked by the impression of being an alcoholic. On the other hand, if a person exercises every day, making his body and mind stronger each day, then gradually this will also affect his character, and he will become a person of good character. After this, Swami Vivekananda also explains how important it is to have a strong character. He says that when hard situations arise in life, it is your character that helps you more than money, power, or status. That's why, if you want to build a strong character, you need to correct your habits. I've already made a video on how to quit bad habits. You'll find the link in the description. Be sure to watch that video. Lesson 6. The fire that warms us can also consume us. It is not the fault of the fire. The same fire that gives us warmth can also burn us to ashes. But it's not the fire's fault. Swamiji's quote can have 2 meanings. The first is that he wants to say we should never do anything in excess. In other words, we shouldn't go to extremes. Because if you do anything excessively, if you overdo it, you'll end up facing more harm than benefit. As you may have often heard or read, silence is very powerful, which is true. Silence is a good thing, but suppose you become completely silent. No matter what someone does to you or says to you, you don't say anything at all. Even if someone does something wrong in front of you, you don't raise your voice against it. In such a case, this extreme silence of yours will burn you. It will ruin you. In the same way, if you do anything in excess, you will have to pay the price for it. Another meaning could be that Swamiji wants to say that nothing in life is inherently good or bad. Rather, how you use it determines whether you get a good or bad result from it. For example, a bike is a very good option. You can easily go anywhere with it. Now suppose 2 people take the same kind of bike out on the roads. One person knows how to ride a bike well, while the other does not know how to ride a bike properly. So now, that same bike will take one person to their destination, while for the other, it might land them in the hospital, or it could even cost them their life. Now, in this, it's not the bike's fault. The bike is neither good nor bad. Our life is just like that. You must have often seen people who blame life itself, saying things like, "Man, my life is just messed up." But Swamiji says those people are completely wrong. Life is like fire. If you use it the right way, it will give you warmth, peace, and comfort, but if you use it the wrong way, it will burn and destroy you. So instead of labeling something else as good or bad, try to do good deeds yourself. Lesson 7. Be fearless. Fear is death. Fear is sin. Fear is hell. Fear is unrighteousness. Fear is a wrong life. The moment you are fearless, you are in heaven. Be fearless. To be afraid is death. To be afraid is sin. To be afraid is hell. To be afraid is sin. Living with fear is a wrong life. Swami Vivekananda emphasized this more than anything else. He used to say that the greatest goal of life is to be fearless. Fear is the root cause of all suffering. If you look at the world today, you'll see that everyone is controlled by their fears. Swami Vivekananda advised removing all kinds of fear from the mind. He said that everyone has to die one day, so there is no point in being afraid. He also shared a story from his own life so that people could understand his words. This incident happened when Swami Vivekananda had gone to Kashi on a journey. He was passing through a narrow lane. Suddenly, some monkeys surrounded him and started moving towards him. At that moment, Vivekananda didn't know what to do, so he started running out of the lane, and as soon as he did, all the monkeys began chasing after him. Swamiji was ahead and the monkey was following him. The monkeys simply wouldn't stop following him. Just then, a local sage who lived there said to Swamiji, "Swamiji, don't run. Pick up a stick and move towards the monkeys." Swamiji did exactly that. He picked up a stick and, mustering his courage, started moving towards the monkeys. When the monkeys saw Swamiji coming towards them, they all got scared and ran away from him. So Swamiji used to tell his students the same thing. If you are afraid of fear, it will frighten you even more. But if you are not afraid of fear, then fear itself will start to fear you. That's why you should always tell yourself, "I am fearless and I am more terrible and dangerous than fear itself." So these were the 7 revolutionary life lessons shared by Swami Vivekananda, and if you adopt them in your life, you will notice a significant change in yourself and your life. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe, because I regularly make videos on life lessons, book summaries and great leaders. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.